What's going on, everybody? It's Brennan or B Wheels Plays here with my much delayed and hopefully just as anticipated third RuneScape 3 Let's Play episode. Now, where I left you guys off last, I had just achieved 72 cooking, in addition to stating my goal to finally move from my first 99 stat ever and buckle down and actually get to 99 cooking. Now, since that point, I've managed to finally achieve the Family Crest quest and get cooking gloves as well as goldsmith gloves as an actual reward. Now this is important because I stopped off at 86 cooking, which just so happens to be the level where you can quit burning monkfish with the use of cooking gloves, of course. And this is going to allow me to increase my XP rates as well as efficiency by a boatload. No pun intended, because that's where you catch these fish. And basically, by the next video, I plan to have 92 cooking, which is the actual halfway point to the 99 stat. And in addition to that, I'm currently working on 75 attack, which opens up the possibility of using a Ceradoman Godsword that has a special attack that'll heal both prayer points in addition to hit points, just based on how much it actually hits, of course. So this will make combat skills as well as things like slayer tasks a lot more easy because I won't have to really bank as much due to the non-necessity of having a full inventory of food. And in addition to that, it just plain hits higher than what I'm currently using right now, which is an Obi Maul or an Abyssal Whip and a Dragon Longsword, depending on the task. Now, my next goal is to actually finish up the Rum Deal quest, which is my final prerequisite to be able to do Cabin Fever. This is important because it opens up the possibility of killing cave horrors, which drop a black mask, and that increases your slayer damage when you're on a task, and just overall makes things a lot more efficient, and also looks cool. I've never owned one before on an account, and it's another one of my many unstated goals. So, in addition to this, I'm also planning on doing both the Heroes quest as well as the Legends quest and Underground Pass, because that's required to do Legends quest. These are more so just small milestones for me because they're other quests that I haven't actually done yet, and it would be nice to achieve them because back when I used to play, they were the most, no pun intended, legendary quests to actually do. And just completing them would knock them out of the way for starters and also just feel really good to me. Now, the reason I'm actually AFKing at ghouls here is not because there's some ridiculous XP, but rather because I realized that I haven't done any actual combat yet in any of these videos. So far it's only been skilling, whether it be hunter or cooking, depending on which video you're watching. And so I wanted to be able to kill something that was equally AFK, but also could still give me some experience and allow me to make some progress to achieving 75 attack, which, as you can see, I'm fairly close to a level and probably will be actually getting it in this video. So you guys will get to see that live with me. Now, I'd like to give a big shout out to my brother Jim, as my webcam just arrived actually last night, and the only reason why it's not going to be integrated into this video is because I decided that I was going to fall asleep from 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. Don't ask how I managed to do that. Generally, I only sleep like 4 to 6 hours a day, and that's probably actually why that happened. So look for webcams in the next video because I will finally be integrating my ugly self into these videos so you guys can see me do this live and you can kind of see my setup in my room and all that stuff in the background. Now, in addition to this, I'd like to give a shout out to my buddy Brandon Berry as well as my buddy Jake Renard. Now, this is because Brandon Berry, on a whim, just randomly decided to give me a 20 million cash donation, which has allowed me just to simply focus on my cooking goal. And in addition to that, Jake Renard managed to supplement my cooking goal by giving me my first 100 cooking urns, as well as just kind of giving me a brief run through of how to use them and stuff along those lines, because I've never actually used them before, and I can tell you from experience, they are essential. If I had used them this whole time, I'd probably be at more like 88, maybe even 89 cooking. I don't know about all that because the levels increased drastically, but moral of the story, it certainly would have helped me, and it would have saved me a lot of consternation cooking lobsters. So pretty much that wraps up what I plan to achieve in the next couple of videos. And my last little bit that I want to show you is actually how many lobsters I've managed to cook over this period of time. I guess I probably should have waited to get that level, but we'll get through this together. So I'm going to run to the bank here, and I have a tab specifically set up just for my cooking. 20,000 lobsters. Now keep in mind, I gave away 500 of them to my little nephew Jimmy, because I wanted to hook him up with some food, because he's never played this game before and he could definitely use the help just starting out. I've also managed to cook roughly 500-ish monkfish, but that's not really anything serious. I really just cooked those so that I could get 75 attack without worrying about food. I'll give you a little bit more of a run through my bank. This is more of just a miscellaneous tab of drops that I don't really feel like selling, because generally speaking I don't like to go out and get these resources. My charms, summoning, a lot of random seeds and other miscellaneous stuff in this tab. This is more so my cosmetics tab, in addition to me putting all of my bonus XP and bonus rewards items in here so that they're all in one place while being disorganized at the same time, of course. And this is just my main throw your combat equipment, random quest items, etc. tab. And basically that's my bank. I wanted to show you guys what combat gear I've been running with, because like I said, have not actually done any combat yet. And that is actually it. These two were donations when I first started the game, which were very important. Shout out to my clan, wherever that is. Capo, I think that's D. Del Cappy. That's the clan I've been rocking with. I'm actually an organizer in there. So, to wrap this up, basically expect webcams in the future. If there's no music in this video, which there should be, obviously I plan on integrating music. I asked about that last video. And with the addition of some new editing software I've been experimenting with, it might be a little bit of a move away from live commentaries, although they will still be done live. And it might be more so a move to doing a live commentary and chopping it into the video so that it's more concise and I'm not jumping all over the place, because it's very hard to play this game, commentate, and also, you might hear me slapping my fingers together, also have, I guess, good flow overall as I struggle to put these thoughts together, ironically. So, before I struggle more on camera in front of you guys and make more mistakes, I want to say goodbye. You all have a great night, and I have to go return some videotapes.